Revelio.
Always late, that Pippin.
My father used to enchant his handmade pipes to
That Pippin should have been here by now.
It was magical.
Always late, that Pippin. This will do just fine. Thank you. That Pippin should have been here by now. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Madame Luong?
Sent it. Always cutting corners and... Did he have you brew them for? Doesn't matter. You could probably...
Why do you keep ordering from him if you think the quality...
It would seem I have more and more customers who are trying to stay out of... I'm not one to judge.
Here are the potions you requested.
You think it's so simple? I know Pippin is always trying. Cutting corners to save some galleon. You'll not be getting a canut out of... Drink it.
Seems simple enough. I'll do it.
I should think so.
Nice to see you again.
Likewise. What...
I'd like to ask you a few things.
What would you like to know?
Would you mind telling me?
You've likely heard talk of the thieving troll that unfortunately been terrorizing people. So you'd be wise to remain... You would not want to...
How did you come to live here in Kim?
I've only been here a few years. One day, my travels brought... So I eventually returned. I shall live out my days here.
What sort of things do you...
Potions. I brew each one.
What do you have for sale?
Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
It seems to have worked.
Well, I suppose that will do.
If the demand for potions is as high as you say, have you considered being easier to work with? Perhaps combining your recipes and skills?
Not a chance. That ne'er-do-well had his shop handed to him. The rest of us had to make our own way. I'll not give him the benefit of my hard work and gumption. If he fails on his own, so be it.
You mentioned that more and more customers are trying to stay out of sight. Why?
Well, I can't speak for all of them, but certainly my Ashwinder customers have their reasons. If I were you, I'd forget I heard that.
Very well. I shall let Mr. Pippin know I delivered the potions as requested.
You do that.
I should be going now. Thank...
Come on in. Healing potions are a speciality here, should you need any.
I delivered the potions.
Very good.
Nothing to worry about.
Glad to hear it.
Delivering those potions was a bit more work.
I suppose that's business for you?
By the way, I found this book of potion recipes in Cambridge. Might it be useful to you?
Is this Fatima's recipe book?
Oh, I had no idea it was hers.
Some things are sacred amongst potioneers. I shall return it to her immediately. A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Nice to see you again. Just having a look around.
Of course. Revelio.
Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio. What is it? What's wrong?
Goblins, that's what. Ranrock's lot. I need a little something. Something to protect...
You're right. The world's not safe at the moment.
Oh, I will. You can be sure of that. Ranrock's lot won't take me. And I've you to thank. Please, accept this gift in exchange for your help.
Hello. Do you have anything for sale?
I'm Priya Treadwell, at your service.
Are you related to Nora Treadwell?
Why, yes, she's my wife. Brilliant historian. Did you know that she's pursuing Merlin's life?
I actually met her, and she introduced me to her work.
Oh, that's wonderful. I hope that you'll think of me whenever you find yourself in need of travel.
What do you have for sale?
So nice of you to stop by.
Revelio. Here we are. Mr. Weeks wasn't wrong about the mountain views.
If it isn't the fastest Ravenclaw.
Hello, Imelda.
Of course.
Does this mean you've changed your mind?
Well, you're a step up from the good. While they sit around and hope, no one sets records by wishing for. Are you going to try to beat my
Strong competition. Could that have been...
Go ahead, believe what you want. Compliments make people soft. No one goes round telling me I did a fine job. I say I'm the best, and that's all I... So please, try to beat my record, 5th year.
I'm ready to fly.
Finally.
Brilliant! Brilliant! I'd say that was acceptable. I'm getting the hang of this. Excellent. Brilliant. Brilliant. Did anyone else see that?
You've improved, I must admit. That was a bloody good run. Be careful. Earn a reputation for
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Yes, well, I am. You'll not have the same luck on the south.
You said your reputation for talent put some people out. Like whom?
If you must know, I've had to deal with jealousy from members of... When we were first years, Nerida Roberts and I spent loads of time on our brooms. As my skill on a broom grew, rapidly I might add, Nerida suddenly... I tried to give her pointers, but she didn't have the natural... Poor thing spends all her time now dawdling by the lake, obsessed with merpeople. I refuse to downplay my talents to coddle someone else's... Anyway, I need to ready the next course.
We'll see, won't we?
I half expected you to back. See you at the South Coast trial. To race this course again, visit the podium with the leaderboard, where you can start the race and check your time.
Another successful flight. I should let Mr. Weeks know.
I'll be unrivaled at the next course.
looks intriguing.
You'll enjoy your time in Irondale. Shame about Porrick's sister. Resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Back from your latest flight? I want to hear all the particulars.
Good news, Mr. Weeks. With your...
Brilliant! I knew the...
It rides well. Does get a tad shaky at tops
Ah, yes.
if it means another upgrade.
You sound as determined as I am to... If I'm right, and I do hope I am. Thank you again, truly.
Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team. Revelio.
If it weren't for the cost of things these days, I'd be able to take a holiday somewhere.
But a failure's a good thing.
Greetings. Please, take your time looking about.
Now, you let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Could it be a Merlin trial? Revelio. Revelio.
It must lead to something grand.
Revelio. That's that. Settled. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio.
Oh, how I love a good puzzle.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes, indeed. Talking to myself. Madam Althea Twiddle, pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Madam Twiddle.
You know, you might be interested in this. You young people love this sort of thing. I stumbled upon it today when I had a burst of energy and...
An archaic puzzle.
You see, I suspected you'd be interested, and wait till... My husband Greville insisted that solving the puzzle would reveal a magic. The man was intrigued by everything. He was about to try and solve it. Perhaps you could take a look. I'd be rather in...
Where can I find this statue?
It's not far from Irondale. It's down by the shore, near those old ruins.
If I happen to see it, I'll have...
Ah, the spirit of youth. I do...
I should look into the statue Madam Twiddle mentioned. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Wonder if I'm safe to This looks like the statue Madame Twiddle mentioned. I suppose I should try to find all the vases. I think there should only be a few more vases. Revelio. I'm nearly finished. Only one more vase. Revelio. That's it. I should tell Madame Twiddle about what happened. Mrs. Twiddle, your husband...
Oh, really?
Yes, I had to destroy a number...
Well done. Oh, Well, my curiosity has been satisfied. Oh, my husband would be so pleased to know he was right about that statue.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Oh, hello. The name is Porrick Hack.
I'd like to ask you about your shop if you...
Certainly, that'd be...
What sort of products do you...
I sell all manner of beast products. Fancied I could make a...
How long have you been living here?
All of my life. My sister and I were raised here.
I hear there's a goblin mine here.
I've been near it, but never in it. I could likely find some valuable beast products, but it's not worth the risk. Ranrock's loyalists are not ones to be messed with.
What do you have for sale?
Glad you were able to stop by.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Up for a bit of dying, are we? It's been ages since I've found anything worth posting near Crancroft.
Oh, nice to see you here. Ah, isn't the sea...
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Rather unwise coming back this way.
Your blood's on Ranrock's hands.
be able to travel to and from Feldcroft in an instant.
Revelio. Mine now, demiguys. Revelio. Revelio. Hello. Nice.
Welcome. I'm Bernard Indiai.
I'm curious to know what's happening in Feld.
An incredibly unpleasant goblin called Belgroth the Bludgeoner has been tormenting everyone he encounters. Feldcroft borders goblin country, but we've always lived in peace. Some claim that Belgroth and his associates are in... Whatever the case, their constant meddling is...
What do you sell?
Glad you asked. I sell the finest array. If you don't believe me, feel free to look about.
What brought you to own a shop in Feldcroft?
Beautiful place, isn't it? Although I admit I didn't choose it. As for the shop, I've always loved working with beasts.
What do you have for sale?
A pleasure doing business with you. Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
Revelio.
Mushroom stew like what my mother used to make. Like heads of lettuce, those mushrooms were. Reminds me of the time I nearly fell out of a car. I won't rest. cut back on pudding. Mistook you for a troll the other day.
When are you going to give up?
Revelio.
I've never seen a sword like it.
Revelio.
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you...
Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
He thinks he can help Anne. Nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
Sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cosy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's Loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's Loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Over here! Someone been taken!
Goblins will finally rule over wizards. What's that?
Confringo!
What was that? Seems though I'm not. Somebody there? Hello?
Confringo!
You've made your last mistake. Let's humans a warrior. Why don't you come up? How nice of you to stop by. Don't you try again, I beg you. Let's get this over with. There you are. Such arrogance.
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
Seems an awfully violent response to a child.
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Revelio! Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Revelio.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section, with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell. Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Revelio. Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
Confringo!
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange.
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I have a rare ability to see whispers of ancient magic. I'm not entirely sure, but the Keepers have said that it's a powerful magic that should only be wielded by a select few.
And you can wield it?
I don't know, but Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be floored.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the Keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
There you are. The Cross Wands duelist to beat.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Who would have thought someone as young as me could save my uncle's life?
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies.
Professor Shah.
Astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Oh, hello. Good to see you again. We Ravenclaws must stick together.
Oh, hello, Emmett. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Emmett. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, Thank you, Emmett.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and...
I tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. All the good that did.
Revelio. This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night for stargazing.
Professor Shah,
It is increasingly rare. But if you truly desire to chart, we ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty.
Am I right in thinking you...
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of... Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries.
You mentioned astronomy tables earlier in class.
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone. For centuries, wizards made use. Sadly, they have since become mere monuments.
Thank you, Professor.
I am glad to hear it.
The perfect night for... Oh.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I had expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes? What is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
I had a feeling there would be a catch to that telescope.
No. I certainly wasn't trying to... No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
Oh, no need to convince me. Let's get...
Brilliant. You won't regret... Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go then. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course.
Revelio.
It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Amit, could I...
Oh, certain...
Where precisely is the...
According to an old astronomer's chronicle I found...
Why are you so fascinated?
I suppose because there is there is plenty to learn about a lot of subjects. They are forever discovering new moons and stars.
Actually, that's all I...
Oh, very well.
Revelio.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh, no. Not this close to the school, Amit. Revelio.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Emmett. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous, thank you.
You're welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Revelio.
Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
Revelio. Confringo! Revelio. Revelio.
Are you alright? Look like you've seen a ghost.
Leviosa! Revelio. Revelio. Leviosa. Confringo. Revelio.
It's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous...
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to... I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I'd like to know more about it, if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus Curse?
What does the Cruciatus Curse do?
It's known as the Torture Curse. Crucio. It inflicts intense, excruciating pain on the victim. Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had.
How horrible. Poor Ominous, he was in...
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Revelio. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio.
What did you think you were doing? In our family for 30 years. And you thought it would be clever to transfer into a goblin.
Aloha Mora. What do we have here? A demiguise. Revelio. Mine now, demiguise. Revelio. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was. After you helped me with that Fupa feather and potions, I reckoned you might be just the person. You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Wisby-inspired beverage, but...
You and your concoctions. I don't know how you come up with these things.
It's a gift, truly. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Wisbies is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on... I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
Sounds simple enough. And who...
Ah, brilliant. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third-floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
Couldn't you have someone buy the dried...
They're not for sale, and you never know when the cellar's going to be locked. So, the reliable way...
Are you asking me to...
Goodness, it's not as if I'm asking you to rob Gringotts. Honeyduke's is more than enough, and I only need a few. It's a sweets ingredient.
I'll see what I can do, Gareth.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
I'll need to get those dried billywig stings for Gareth if he's to finish his latest concoction. A one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find.
Leviosa! Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.